me tell you how much that I love you. You found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, stood no chance. But you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me light. Now that I'm with you, me one say that me love you, that me love you, that me love. Hey, me no go one day wonder. Without my baby, without me love, without me love. And I dance and sing and I sing because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Chada, 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 chada. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's for me. Chada, 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 chada. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. So me, we happy love you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could cut us under, to get under. I know, with your love in my life control that I laid out my life this way. Do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings they come my way, and all the bad things they turn away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Greetings and gratitudes. Child, we ain't got time for the foolishness or the shenanigans, bitch, because we got Miss motherfucking Genesis behind the stage, honey. And I am getting ready to cue her in, child. Real quick backstory, bitch. You remember we had talked to Miss Genesis before, child, and she was housing, Lagena, and we had told her some stuff. Well, we is here with the update, bitch, because the saga continues, child. Let me bring up Miss Genesis. Miss Genesis.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hello, how you doing, governess?
Girl, I'm good. Listen, I get a call the other day from Miss Genesis, child. It is some shit going on. Genesis, girl, what didn't happen?
Well, 3 weeks ago, Miss Lagena, Angela, moves out of the house. And she left without saying bye. And she started having an attitude toward the end. She kind of had befriended a friend of mine that was also staying with me. And they, I guess, I had a feeling that they were like talking about me, it was like you could tell when people are talking about you. It's like a energy that goes off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were doing stuff like kind of going in the car and talking, and you know what I'm saying? Not before they'd be hanging out in the backyard, then they started to like hang out in the car,
Yeah.
So like those little clues that let me know something doesn't feel right. So they began to like kind of be hanging out together and befriending each other. And more and more, there was starting to be like kind of like a attitude happening. And then another woman came to my house, and she kind of like made some kind of a weird statement.
Girl, they coming for you in this chat. Do you know who that is? Ruthless.
I don't know who that is.
She said, "Now Genesis, make sure you tell your part in this mess." Why would you think she ain't gonna tell her part, Ruth? Girl.
Yeah, I'm sure that. I'm sure. Anyways, so bottom line is that I felt like people were talking about me. You know what I'm saying? And then basically, I pretty much found out that they were. How I found out is that when Lagena, Angela leaves, she begins to text me asking, can she speak to my daughter and this, that, the other. Now, she didn't say goodbye to me. She didn't say anything, she had an attitude when she left. And basically, when she left, it was like an attitude going on. Then out of the blue, at like 2 o'clock in the morning, she texts me, "Hey, I really want to. I want to talk to your daughter. I feel like we're cool." And then I said something back to her, like, "Well, you didn't even say goodbye or nothing," and that started a whole argument that lasted for hours, for almost 3 hours, from 5 o'clock in the morning to like 7 o'clock in the morning. Yes. And come to find out, she had contacted Sean Davy Way and had talked to him about, basically did a whole interview with him behind my back.
Right.
Basically telling all my business and that's going on in my house. One thing that came out is that because I had a girl, like I said, that came to the house, and then she had talked about that she had when she was 7 years old, that she had touched another 7-year-old. But the way that she came out with it, it made it seem like she had molested somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She said it's like in a way like, oh, she was saying all this weird stuff to them, kind of but they were also inebriated. You know what I'm saying? They're them smoking weed, and then her drunk or whatever. She comes out talking, and it doesn't come out right. You know what I'm saying? She's like, "Yeah, I've had my experiences. I could be a dark person, And she was in a cult. She used to be in the Malachi York cult, Okay. So she comes out and says some weird stuff about how she used to touch 7-year-olds, and then couldn't find out this was like and then that opened up a whole bag of worms right there. When she came out with that was the beginning of like a whole issue where everybody started talking, and next thing you know, Angel and Lagena, my friend Lagena and her, start talking amongst each other. Sorry to mention her name, but
right, because Angela is different than Lagena.
Yes, right.
Totally different. Yeah,
exactly. She basically began talking about something, I guess, that happened in the past, that happened 12 years ago. Where she says that I practically like sexually assaulted her.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So then that opens up a thing where Lagena, they were already talking mess about me. So then it creates this whole thing where now Lagena feels like she has to get back on me. You know what I'm saying? So that gives her even more ammunition. She was already gonna talk mess on the way out.
Get back on because the girl said that she felt like you sexually assaulted her.
Well, that was her. I think that she used that as her reason, but the real reason is because basically in September 20th, I threw a show called The Meeting of the Minds. During that show, Sydney Starr pointed her out and says, "You're Aaliyah's." She made everybody turn around, had her raise her hand. She said, "You're Aaliyah's daughter, R. Kelly's daughter." And then Amber Ali is like, "Hell no!" This is like a embarrassing moment. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like people are laughing and like she's like, "You better dust yourself off and try again." And all of she was just really like. It was just a very embarrassing moment. So, Angela, she tried to be like, "Well, I was trying to respect your event, so that's why I didn't argue back with her." Right. But then she got mad with the fact that I said, "Well, listen," she was going to get online and try to bash Amber Ali and try to start this whole thing up about, I am Aaliyah's daughter and talk mess and start a whole war with her. And I'm like, no, I'm friends with Amber Ali. And on top of that, I'm not having that Aaliyah stuff in my house. She was mad because she was unable to do Aaliyah and R. Kelly is my father content in my household. That was the whole thing, and then she felt like, "Oh, well, you're getting online and telling people how I'm doing and this, that, the other, but I can't get online." But but I'm not doing Aaliyah as R. Kelly and all whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to have people from that group trying to come to my house and hunt me down because you're saying this wild stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and I told her I didn't believe it. I told her I did not believe that, and I said, and I held firm on that, So, and I think that she had animosity ever since then. And when my friend came, she, and they both kind of had like like some anger or whatever towards me from whatever, like me and
Okay, so let's pause for a second because
Mhm.
the one you keep saying is your friend. I
Right,
don't consider that your friend because this is the same chick you said that is claiming that you sexually assaulted her at one point.
right, right.
But she's staying in your house with her children.
Yeah, I mean, this has happened. We've been friends for almost for 13 years. Okay.
Right. Okay, so let's defend yourself on that.
Yeah, we've been friends for 13 years. She stayed in my house. She seen my child be born. This supposedly happened like 12 years ago. And she actually is not in my house today, because yesterday I had to ask her to leave because when I told her that I contacted the people that was there, because pretty much we've been basically in turmoil ever since this came out, and she's been in the house. She's been moping around, and this has been an obsession that's been that. And I'm like, well, we have to get to the bottom of it. I know I have to get to the bottom of this because I don't remember this. I know I was very drunk around that time. Like
Yeah.
that
You
whole
said you were
time frame is a
inebriated.
blur. That
So
whole time,
basically,
it wasn't even I was just inebriated that day. I was just inebriated that whole for that 10 years of that whole time was just a blur to me because I was just a mess. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
was drinking every single day and I was not drinking beer. I was drinking Bacardi, rum, wine, bottles of it. Like I was just a wreck. I was, and so
Ruthless. Ruthless. I'm gonna put you out my chat if you keep talking like you was there. I have the backstory on it. So I do know what happened. And she's telling her story. Don't come with your mess because I'll put your ass out my chat. Now, the scenario is like this lady is saying that she was intoxicated completely. And the lady is saying that, first of all, the bitch was on her cycle. Ain't nobody eating no bloody pussy. So knock it the fuck off. Come on and defend yourself, Genesis.
and that's the thing is that see, even yesterday when I was arguing with her, she's like, "You don't remember waking up with your face full of blood and this that." I'm like, "What? No, I don't remember anything like that happening." No, I don't. And then, like I said, when I called other people, and then I'm having them call somebody else that was around during that time that she said was there in the other room, and that whole, I'm like, dude, I'm listen, because I'm like, dude, I need someone to verify this shit because I don't remember it, and right now I'm only going off of what you said, and I'm trying to respect what I'm trying to give you, like, okay, if I did something like that and I don't remember it because I know I was drunk most of the time during that time, well, let me get some more. Okay, I can't just only go off of you being, because it was becoming like a thing where I'm feeling super guilty and terrible and beaten down. And I'm like, dude, I don't even know if this is true or not, So when I said I was contacting other people to verify it, she got pissed off and then it blew up. And then I said, you know what? Because the way it was getting so heated, you know, I had to tell her that she had to go because
So my
I was
thing
not.
is this. I'm a fair person, and I'm never gonna be like, oh, she wasn't sexually assaulted. I'm not gonna ever say, yeah, you did it. But the thing is, you can't remember because you were heavily intoxicated, like you said, not just that night. This was a hazy period for you, period. But
In
this
general.
woman is saying that she was cognizant to the point where she knows that you sexually assaulted her. So my thing is this,
We
and she's
both
on
were
her
drinking. We
side.
both were drinking. It was not just
Exactly.
only her. Like she was sober and I was. No, we were both. Everybody in that situation was drinking, 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 going to clubs, partying, this, that, the other, waking up. You know what I'm saying? Like not even know. Like we was. There was times when
Exactly.
me and
So
her hung out.
she's
We
trying
didn't
to
even know
say that you
how
held
we
her
got
down.
there. Huh?
What's the story? Is she trying to say you held her down and ate her box?
Yeah,
Like,
like
what
I
is
held her down, like I'm like on some kind of violent rape type of situation. Like it was just some this
but
horrific.
still, yes, she came to your house over the last 12 years, staying with you and her children. As even recently, you just put her out your house yesterday.
Yes. And the only reason why that even happened was because, like I said, with that level of blowing up the shit that was happening there, and ain't nobody's to stop. If we get into a fight, the way that things were going, there's nobody. No, there's no one there to break up that fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Right.
like, I'm not gonna end up, either you kill me or I kill, then I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I got too much to lose in this situation. And then
Yeah.
the way that this person was hollering at me in my house, that was that could have turned into anything. So I said, you know what, before this turns into something really serious, I'm gonna ask you to leave my house. You know, and
So let me say this because I know she said it in the chat, and so I'm gonna make sure that everybody else knows it, that you're not trying to deny it. There is a guy that was involved with this situation that you and this young lady were involved with.
yes, and they were supposedly there, right? That's what she said. They were there in the other room.
Right.
So I called that person, and he says, like, he's like, that's not true. And I said, okay, well, what happened? You know? And he's like, man, it's hard for me. It's hard for anybody to remember. Everybody was drunk most of the time. So I'm like, okay, well, can you call the other person that was there so we can like figure out what's going on? Because I want to know what the truth is. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? And but I'm not also going to implement myself like I did some kind of that's not even the type of person I'm not that type of person that's gonna do that. So to me, I'm like, I'm completely be I don't know. I'm just completely
If
confused, right?
somebody sexually assaulted me, I'm not staying in your house, especially not with my children, because I don't know what your actions are. I don't know how you would treat my children when you've already sexually assaulted me. So now I'm just gonna say that because that shit seemed bogus to me. It does. So, I mean, if there was a sexual encounter and we're both consenting adults and you ate my box, okay, then you ate my pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not going to ever say that, oh, you held me down when I was drunk and you were drunk. Like, stop.
It was the way it sounded like this. The way that she told Lagena the story she was screaming, and she was trying to get out the room, and we were locked in the room. And I'm like, dude, we were in an office building. They don't lock the rooms from the outside. They lock them from the inside. That type of shit. Things were not adding up, and I'm like, okay, so I had to ask someone else, and she got pissed that I called that person. I mean, you should have seen. I gotta listen. You should have heard. You should have heard the level of like it was crazy. She was hollering throughout my house. It was a mess, and I was like, "Wow." And I said, "You know what? Never again. Never
So
again."
there was a
And
few things
that's
that you
sad. That's a
told me,
13-year friendship, right there. Well,
but that's not your friend.
that's not my friend, right?
You
Right.
for 13 years, you've helped somebody that kept needing you. After saying that you sexually assaulted them, she still needed you and you showed up for that bitch, is what happened.
Wow. Right.
Exactly.
And that's one
So
hell of a realization after 13 years, right?
yeah. Yeah. I
That's
mean, that's what
crazy.
happened. From your side of what you have told me, two sides of every story, but this
Yeah.
is from the side that you told me. This is how I am seeing this, because you keep saying that's your friend and you genuinely was believing that. It seemed like to me, but knowing the things that have gone on and what you have said, like, no, she was using you and you showed up for her every time she needed somewhere to stay or needed you showed up for her.
Pretty much, yeah. And then here, but every time what would happen is that and because I've had other people stay with me, but there would always be a situation where people would get to talking about me, the evil one that they're staying with, and then there would be like this whole gossip mill going on, and then I would have to she would end up having to go. You know what I'm saying? So this is not the first time that this situation has happened where almost like it'd be a talking about of me. You know what I'm saying, to the people. You know what I'm saying, and then it was
And I'm sure she's going to find her way to other platforms to discuss it now that you've put her out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she's going to do that. Now, you told me that you felt like you were set up by Sean.
I kind of do, because I feel like, well, not even by Sean, but like Lagena and Sean, because I feel like I thought that the way that the interview had went, I was like, okay, I thought that there was like he called me like being like he was friends with me, like he was cool, like, oh, we're cool, we already made up and this, that, the other. Yeah. And then as time went on, like like he was changing. Like, okay, well, when I tried to defend myself about what Lagena said, well, no, you can't negate her like he would cut me off and wouldn't let me defend my, like, in a certain way. I was like, okay, but then it was like more and more with the narrative of like, okay, I'm the evil one, you know what I'm saying? It's all on me. And I'm like, wow. So she don't get to take no like responsibility for how, the fact that she's leaving my house after 6 months, finally get on her feet, and then basically turns around and basically airs out everything going on in my house with a little bit of stank on it, with a bunch of stank on it. You know what I'm saying? Some of this, I'm not going to lie, a lot of what she says is true, but a lot of what she says is exaggerated. Exaggerations, like things to like add like a little bit to the story to make it more interesting, and that's the part that's not fair. So if you add a little, that ends up being a lie. You know what I'm saying? If you cover the truth in a bunch of bullshit, it's not the authentic truth. You know what I'm saying? So, and as time went on with that situation, like, because initially he was calling me, and then he said that he talked to Lagena the night before, and that he just happened to call her, and she just said all this stuff to him. But then what I'm finding out is that once he talked to me, that he went back and talked to her again. And then that's the thing he aired. So I'm like, okay, I thought that you aired. He said, well, I have a recording, but I'm like, the recording. When in the recording, she says it's almost like that this was after you talked to me. So this recording is not something old. It's something that you did after you talked to me. So to me, I just felt like that wasn't genuine. You know what I'm saying? Something wasn't right with that.
So basically you saying that he had already previously had a conversation with Lagena, and then came and had a conversation with you and recorded it without your knowledge.
Right. And then basically said, oh, I got a recording of the call with Lagena, and I'm going to post it up. And then he does the call with her and then posts it up.
Okay. Gotcha.
But then told me that he just recorded it the night before, but that wasn't the call from the night before. The call that he posted up was the call he did after he talked to me. So almost like, oh, okay, well, this is what she's going to say. So you address the thing, it's like a set. I just felt like it was a setup, it was a setup. And then as time went on, it feels like that they have been talking over time, like because she says that, her friend that she talked to, that she had a friend that she talked to, and that person said that it was rape, that I had raped my other friend. So I'm not sure what other friend could it be? Who else is she talking to? But you know what I'm saying? She ain't talking to a whole bunch of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So, because when I had previously spoke to you, you told me, you said that you and Lagena had got into an argument, but once you got into the argument, she revealed that she had the conversation with Sean Davies Way.
Yes.
And so you felt like that was her justifying the shit that she had just done.
Basically, yep. It's like she picked the argument because she already knew she already had this discussion with Sean Davies Way, so she knew it was going to be coming out anyway. So she had to pick a argument so that it could feel justified when it comes out. Otherwise, it's just like she's attacking me for no reason. So when she I just want to talk to your dog. She already knew I was going to come back with, well, you just left it and say nothing. Why would you? You're being you didn't say goodbye. You didn't say thank you. You didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just left out. And with an attitude, and because I had asked her one day, like, hey, are you, when are you planning on moving? Because she was gonna move, she had gotten her voucher, whatever, and she was like, I mean, whenever, I don't know when, whenever, I mean, eventually, some stuff like she said it just like that. It was me, her, and my friend sitting in the kitchen, and I was just like trying to find out because I had a friend of mine coming in for the weekend, and I was trying to let them use that room. And she was like, I don't know, whenever, eventually, I don't know.
Okay,
like it was, yeah.
There's so much to this. So, okay. So one, you moved since the last time we spoke. Like, you're doing a whole bunch of things that also involve political people and people that are running for the president. Because when you said it to me the other day, you're like, yeah, he's running for president. I said, of what? You're like, shit, of the United States. I'm like, oh, okay. So you're dealing with like political people.
I was going to be throwing an event for some political people. I don't want to mention their name,
Yeah.
until this gets
Yeah.
cleared up, because Jesus, I don't want them to be connected to anything like this. But and people knew about that, and I don't know if they're trying to sabotage with the things I'm trying to do in the future. But that's the part that's kind of jacked up.
Right, right. So then, you, like I said, you also moved, and the house that you were originally in, that you were living in, and you allowed Lagena to come and stay there with you, you turned into like a group home for people.
For the mentally ill, yeah, mentally ill, homeless, displaced, people like that, yeah.
Right. So now, not only do you have this beautiful foundation that you're trying to build and work on for people that will need some help, you're also doing, like I said, political things. You're doing events and shows with people that are well-known people in the communities. And now you have two people, which I told you, Genesis, this bitch was dangerous, and
Yeah.
not to let this bitch in your house. So 6 months ago, when you and I had the conversation, I told you, I said, let her leave, make her get out of your house. She's dangerous. And then you told me, I spoke to you again, and you said, Sean Davy Way convinced you to allow her to stay in your house. And so you did that. And now we're looking at the outcome of this. But these people are trying to tarnish you and tarnish your reputation. And the one that you're saying is your friend is saying that you sexually assaulted her, and that is that the same one that was saying she was molesting a 7-year-old?
No, that's another person.
That's a completely different person.
Yeah,
So
she's staying at the other house, but she didn't. It wasn't that she molested. It was like she was a kid, and that she was
that
basically
finally came out that she was not an older one. She was saying that she was also around the same age as the child that she was doing sexual acts with.
basically hunching or whatever they do, when they're kids.
Right. Okay. So you have these people trying to tarnish your name. And like you said, some things are accurate and some things are not. But you also told me, you said, Lagena sits around and acts like she's a kid. And she absorbs and she's quiet and she makes herself invisible to get information and to sit quietly, because I told y'all this bitch is dangerous and that's the shit she does. And she steals. She's a fucking thief. And so all of these different things, but you also found shit in your house and outside of your house. What did you find, Genesis?
The mirror that was in the room that she was staying in was moved to the shed outside.
Yeah, you said you found sigils and voodoo work placed through your house and outside.
Well, there's something outside. I can't quite. I haven't found what it is yet. I did see some Palo sticks and stuff like that on the ground. I mean, Palo's supposed to be positive, right? The little Palo burn thing. But I know that she would burn the money, the ancestral money, outside in the little buckets and stuff like that. This money from China or whatever, something she would get, and so and then those sigils, and but she was told not to burn candles in my house, but she did it anyway. She did a lot of stuff anyway, even though she was asked not to do it. So. And then she was saying that she was doing it for protection, but
had told her not to be doing any kind of like ritualistic work in your house
because she had a lot of dark energy attached to her, and any candle she had that would get the dark energy on it. Because at first she was doing candles for people. You know what I'm saying? She had like her Instagram, and she was actually doing candles for people. But whatever that energy she's got attached to her, when she talked to the Babalao, they said, no, you shouldn't, because you have a spirit attached to you. And so that will go on to the person, pass to the person that you're trying to burn candles for.
Right. So not only was she's trying to destroy you after you helped her, and everybody knows that you helped her. And so she's doing work on you. She's trying to destroy you. She's making herself small and quiet to gain information. She went over to Sean Davy Way's platform, and you said she spoke negatively of you and told certain things that should not be said. Like I said, if you
not only Sean Davy, King Payne too went on two different platforms. I mean, and then she really went in on King Payne. She talked about my motherhood, my daughter. She brought my kids into it, and how my daughter feels about my drinking. I mean, she just really went very personal. She discussed some things that really ain't nobody's business about anything. And just it's just very, really messed up. For her to bring my kids into it, and she don't have no kids and try to judge me as a mother. She just really went too far.
So do you drink?
Yes.
And it's legal.
I drink beer. I used to drink straight alcohol, but because I used to black out a lot. I knew that I can't drink wine. I found one thing that I can drink where I know I can still get up in the morning and to get things done and not, black out. Now I need to stop doing that too. It's not good for my health, but I don't black out and not wake up and not knowing where I am, passing out and all the stuff I used to do.
Right. Right. Meanwhile, she's still being the tarnished trash and thief that she is, because the bitch is almost 30. Like I said, she's not a fucking kid. She's a dangerous, grown ass woman who loves to do shit, and she can't stand on her own fucking 2 feet. And I fucking said it, and fuck that bitch. But and I'm speaking of Lagena. Yeah, fuck that bitch. She's a dangerous person, like I said. So now she's running around trying to destroy you. And so you wanted to say what?
I just wanted to say you were right.
Oh,
And
shit.
I came here to say you were right. Just like, and when other people told me about other people that was staying in my household and they was right, I went on their platform, and even though I got beamed up or whatever they call them, their thing is, and I got beamed, I had to admit when that person was right. And so I had to come up on your panel and say, you know what, you was right,
I did
and I
not know you
didn't
was
listen.
going to say that. I thought you was going to say something completely different because, like,
Everything you said, you was right, and I should have listened.
gratitude. You felt like not only were you set up by those two people, which you said was Lagena and Sean Davy Way, you said you felt that way. Do you feel like he convinced you to stay in keep her in your house for a specific reason? Because we talked about that too.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's kind of, now that I'm seeing that everybody seems to be infighting. At first, I thought it was like a whole. I mean, I don't know. Thought it was a whole conspiracy. I'm not gonna lie. This over the past 3 days, it's been so crazy. I didn't know what to believe. And then, like, kind of when I went into I went into his room and I saw, and it's like he didn't cuss me out, but he let everybody on his panel put up pictures of Peter Griffith. Just some real embarrassing like stuff. And I said, oh, okay, wow. You know what I'm saying? Now before this, he was being cordial with me. We had made up, everything was cool. But then
You talking
now
about
all of a sudden
Sean?
we're back. Yeah. That, well,
Okay.
I thought we were cool. I think, maybe I don't be picking up on the cues. You know what I'm saying? Like when people don't fuck with me like that. You know what I'm saying? They like calling me, and I be like, oh, okay, and I'm thinking
I
everything is
don't know him.
cool,
I've
and
never had a conversation with them, so I don't know. I'm only going by the conversation that we had 2 days ago.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
you know. So you went on King Pain as well.
yeah.
What
Mhm.
happened?
Well, I really didn't go on King Pain. We had a conversation, a phone call conversation, and then the conversation that him and Legina had was playing, and I went up on the panel
Okay.
because the things that was being said, I was like, this is not even cool. Because I mean, like I said, she goes to talk about my motherhood. She's talking about very like private things, and this is not for YouTube. Everything is not meant for YouTube.
Correct.
This is my life. These are my children. I'm a mother. I'm not like I'm not really a content creator. I became a content creator because of the things that were being said, and I got tired of getting on panels and getting cussed out. So I just made my own channel. But I'm not a content creator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you design websites and shit, right?
Yeah, I'm a software engineer. You know what I'm saying? I have a regular job. I used to DJ. Like, I'm really behind the scenes. I can throw events. I put on events. I I organize stuff, or I do organize. That's what my thing. I put together the Pan African Community Think Tank. I put the grassroots community events.
Mm.
So that's my thing. I'm not I'm all this other stuff. I don't know. This is not even. That's why I've been dealing with it the way I have, because I'm not used to this.
So she's saying these things about your daughter, and and possibly your daughter, told her some things in strict of confidence, because sometimes we
Hmm.
need people to talk to. But she even betrayed your daughter's confidence by even, speaking these things in public.
My 5-year-old daughter.
Your daughter's 5?
Yes.
Girl, I beat the brakes off this bald headed bitch. Listen, mm-mm. Miss Genesis.
You understand now? She's revealing things that my 5-year-old daughter said to her. What the fuck? I'm sorry, not to curse on yours. I'm sorry.
You fine. You fine.
And she might have said, "Hey, you getting some beer for my mommy?" She might have said that, but you don't put that on YouTube and make it a spectacle and to promote what? To promote what? What is the end game here? What do you want my children taken away? What are you trying to do? Like, what
She
is the
doesn't
goal?
know because she's dangerous. All she wants is clout. She wants somebody speaking her name. She wants somebody to interview her muskrat face motherfucking ass. I am sick of that bitch. That is disgusting to me. Running around here on people platforms to say when she's no longer relevant, nobody gives a fuck. And that's her problem and her point. She's a dangerous motherfucking person. And I hope everything that she does falls through and the bitch falls on her fucking face. And she got to run back to her real fucking family, who she said was no relation to her.
Well, she sure as hell ain't got no support from my end. I mean, she was developing a support system. I had introduced her to all my friends, all the people I knew, and if anything, she would have had some support, had something here. But I mean, she kind of cut all that off. Like, I don't know, she gonna have to meet some new people.
That is so angering to me. You
I
say
mean, and
the lady in the chat says she got a white warrant in Detroit. I don't know what that is. Lagena, I don't know what a white warrant is. What is that?
that's like, I think that's when your family puts a warrant out for you to go to a mental institution.
Well, that's what the fuck she needs. That's what the fuck she needs. And I rally around anybody that wants that bitch to go and do it, because that's what the fuck she needs. She's a danger. And so a 5150, I know what the fuck that is. Okay. So this is all going on. You have political shit going on. Like clear your name as much as you possibly can. What is it you want to say about what was said about you?
Basically, a lot of that stuff, is, like I said, it's my private life, and that people are putting people have it. I think people have ulterior motives, and like I said, what's the end game? Like you said, I don't even think they know what the end game is. They just want to be of clout. But at the end of the day, like that incident 12 years ago does not. I don't know if it's true or not. But it has been talked about as if it was true, and then I'm being bashed because of the way that it's been talked about, and because I didn't want to have a public argument with my friend. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have got on these panels and just been like, hell no, I don't. I could have said that, but no. Instead, what I said was, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I could have been on some, but I didn't want to war with her because she's not a content creator either. What would that look like? You know what I'm saying? If I was to say like that, now I'm looking like I'm like this is a Lifetime TV special, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna do that. This is my real life. You know what I'm saying? And this is not for the internet.
That's sad. And I'm so, and then she had the nerve to call your phone and ask to speak to your daughter. Like, girl,
That's crazy, right?
like, why would
Like,
she
she's
just
concerned about my daughter, but then you put all this stuff out. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm concerned about her. No, you're not.
She needs to be concerned about her motherfucking ass. Delusional.
But my thing is that there were other children living here. You're putting out stuff about me like I'm some kind of a sexual predator, but there's like 4 kids in this house.
That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I was saying to you the other day. Like, she can destroy everything you're trying to build by that accusation alone. And so then the other chick this that was in your house as of yesterday saying that you sexually assault, that can ruin everything that you're trying to build by bitches who ain't never tried to build shit but a motherfucking Lego house. See, a motherfucker
Basically.
who ain't never tried to do shit, be shit, have shit, always want to destroy somebody with something, doing something, because they don't have the potential to even cause a motherfucking scene in the front yard with a water hose. These bitches want to go on somebody else's platform and make up stories and lies, which is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If two women consensually have a sexual encounter, that's one thing. But I just don't believe that you held her down, at least not by yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen,
Like,
man, come on now. They try. Oh well, I was much smaller, and I was not this size either. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I got this size after I had two kids. This is before I've had. I was smaller too. So you try to make it seem like I was like this size, and I just like you're painting a picture, in people's mind. That's not fucking right. And I'm not gonna sit here and keep this like trying to spare people feelings and then not and let them run over top of me and not care about what I feel. That's my problem. That was been my whole problem this whole time is I've been thinking about everybody else but myself this whole damn time. And then now it's like thank you and F you at the same time. And once they get what they want, that's crazy.
mm.
Once they get to where they need to be, they turn around and stick up their middle finger,
I agree with the chat. Like, don't let nobody else in your home, like you're trying to do other things. So who's like the children that you're saying that were there, those are her children?
Yes.
And
So
so
I'm
now
like,
there's no children in the house.
well, my two kids.
Yeah, just yours.
Yeah,
And how you have a 5-year-old, and how old is your other child?
16.
So what was the dynamic between her and your 16-year-old?
My 16-year-old didn't talk to nobody. She stayed in her room. She actually when everybody left the last night we started cooking and everything. She came downstairs. She would stay in her room.
Okay. Like, I hope everybody else is understanding and seeing this. You have a 16-year-old and a 5-year-old, but she finds friendship in your fucking 5-year-old, bro.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So she can't even hold a proper conversation because your 16-year-old ain't gonna allow her to manipulate her mind. So she goes for something younger. Somebody need to beat her motherfucking ass, bro. That's a weirdo, bro. She's a weirdo.
Yeah, my 16-year-old is she no. She
Wow.
wasn't she no.
Did you tell me you said she be running to come and eat like a kid?
Yeah, if I say, hey, Aura, kids come eat, she would come run down the steps like everybody else would running down the steps to get something to eat. You know
Yeah,
how kids run everywhere. You call them and they run. Yeah,
that is crazy, bro.
and so you almost forget that she's an adult after a time. You like it's almost like a I don't know,
She
not a
shrinks
shapeshifter, but
herself to make herself small. So, because you said to me, you said she shrinks, she tries to become kid like. So then, when she busts out the woman, it's like, what the fuck just happened?
right, but that's exactly what it is. Yep. You forget that she's actually a grown woman because of how she braids her hair a certain way, like in two little like ponytail, like the way she does everything is just like a child. You know how a person put their hair and braid their hair in two ponytails? She might wear pigtails. It's like, yeah, so you end up you kind of forget that she's an adult.
That's crazy. Because
You know
she
how
don't.
you know how back in the day people had like they might have cut part their hair down the side and maybe have a ponytail on the back and a ponytail on the side and a ponytail on the other side, like stuff like that. So you,
This
but you know, so
bitch
you
is
forget, you know what
sick,
I'm saying? Because they're walking around like with like these pigtails in their hair. I'm like, you start thinking, man, it's crazy. That's just crazy.
this bitch is almost 30, bro.
It wasn't like she was doing a protective style, like you know how you trying to sit your hair up for the night. That she be going around with that hairdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
This bitch probably got a whole back page pretending to be a kid for pedophiles. Like, this bitch is sick, bro. Man,
man, oh my god,
bro. Well, listen,
oh my god. I hope not. That would
I
be awful.
I
That
don't
would
put
be
nothing past her dangerous ass. I don't put nothing past her. She's fucking dangerous, and anybody that she comes in contact with is gonna see it. They're gonna know it. By the time she leaves their motherfucking presence, they're gonna know how dangerous she is. Not
yeah,
no man ever should trust her. No woman either. This
yeah.
girl is saying that that boy raped her and she's never even met him.
Drake, right? Or no, Sada baby, right?
Sada baby.
She told me that she had two kids and had a C-section and was trying to show me a scar that I didn't see. No,
Girl,
I've had
stop,
three
Genesis.
C-sections, and she tried to say that, yeah, I think I had a C-section. She tried to show me her stomach, a C-section scar. I'm like, no, I can show you a C-section scar. It ain't gonna look like that. You
Girl, she
probably
said
fell and
she had
scraped your stomach or
2
whatever, but
kids. So it's one
she had
about
two kids.
Jenny.
One by one baby by Drake and one by Sada baby when she was that she got raped by.
Yo,
Yep.
that's crazy. No.
And see, I'm thinking I didn't know whether or not that part was because she said she went to school with him and this that the other and I don't know who this Sada baby person is.
Girl,
So it's
this
hard
bitch
to
ain't
I know that Drake situation didn't happen, but I didn't know about the Sada baby one, but I should have known that was some fake stuff too. But I knew that the pregnancy part was fake because I'm like, you ain't been pregnant before, girl. I don't even think she's actually even had sex before, to be quite honest.
I do.
You think so?
Man, this bitch probably be knocking them down. You understand me? Like she knows her manipulation. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I believe she's super dangerous like that. Like, I believe she's had sex. I do. I believe she's had plenty of it. And I believe that
What?
it's like she has, like I'm saying to you, like she finds people that she feels like she can manipulate. I wouldn't be
Wow.
surprised if she wasn't fucking Jaguar's son. She likes to manipulate people.
Wow. You know what? Like I said, you hear how clear she's talking on those uh things. She never talked that clear at my house. Like she's talking clear and pronounced. I'm like, dude, is she drinking? What is this new ability to talk clear all of a sudden?
Tell me what you mean when you say that. Give me an example. Like, what do
Normally
you mean?
she talks with her words like kind of like yeah, you know
Baby
like
like, kid like.
yeah. But honey, when she was on that and she did this and she did that and blah blah blah, I'm like, who is this person? Where did this person come from?
Can I come to the store to see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, like real gentle and
I'd have
sweet
put that bitch out on
and
that strength
well,
alone,
yeah, I
bitch.
just don't feel right about when all soft spoken. Now all of a sudden, a couple times we got into it, it jumped out on me a couple times, and I was like, "What the hell is that shit?" You know what I'm saying? But it did.
The
You know,
real 30-year-old jumped the fuck out
it
on
would
your
jump
ass.
out. It would come out every once in a while. Like when we at that event, like I had asked her, could she go grab the car because all the
Now,
kids were
bitch, I
running
can't go and
around.
grab shit. Like, girl, what?
What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like it was on some I'm busy or she said something that she said in a way like hood, like I'm doing this. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And then that was the birth. I don't know if that was the birth of the what was it called? The nemesis. What do they say?
Girl, this bitch gonna probably start telling people your 5-year-old is her daughter that really like you stole her. Girl, I don't put nothing past this bitch. That's how dangerous she is.
Yeah, so she gonna try to listen, because what happens is that she has some truth to it, but then she'll veer off to the side with something crazy, and then
That
so
don't
because
think.
she told this part that was true, you start to say, was that true to no? This bitch took a complete left turn and went the other direction. She took a U-turn, and then now it's no longer true anymore. Everything that she said, no. So
That bitch is crazy. That's
yeah.
dangerous. And I'll state it again for everybody to understand. What's the fuck her name? Angela Osabi. What the fuck is her name?
Owusu, Angela Owusu.
Owusu.
And here's another thing is that whole thing, she was really like, she went and got a DNA test, okay, about from ancestry,
Mm-hmm.
and it said that her DNA come from Nigeria, and
Yeah.
she said, see, that proves that that's not my father, because he's from Ghana and he always talks bad about Nigerians. But I'm like, dude, Nigerians and Ghana people, they migrated. They migrate back and forth. Like I don't think I don't know if that's I don't know about that. I don't know if it's like that. That's going to be the determining factor. That would be a weird. I don't know.
Listen, I don't
Denial
believe
is a
shit
river.
she say. You know
Denial
what
is a
I'm
river.
saying? That don't prove, girl. I seen her mama. She looked just like her mama. She ugly and her mama ugly too.
Lord
And
have
is.
mercy.
She looked just like her mother. People try to give her the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, her skin tone is beautiful.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
the complexion she has is beautiful. I
and she
absolutely
has
concur
nice
with
eyes. She
you.
has beautiful eyes.
And she's ugly from the inside out. And
That's
I
not
said,
right.
and I mean
That's
it.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck
I'm
her.
seeing. I'm seeing. Now them
She
eyes don't
just
look
fuck
that
her.
beautiful. They look like a snake eyes, like some damn, like a goddamn. Oh my god, that's crazy.
She's destructive and I don't give a fuck. I don't like those kind of people and I stand 10 toes down on that. I don't like her. I don't like what she stands for. I don't like the predatorial ways that she acts and how she preys on people and she preyed on you.
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, dude, wait a minute. She manipulated Jaguar and she manipulated me. Quiet as kept, because she got everybody.
Because
She got
Jaguar thought she
all of
could
us.
manipulate her. See, Jaguar thought she was gonna bring that girl and manipulate her and use her, and she
She
spent
was
the
getting
table
kicked out of
all the way on
Detroit
that bitch.
anyway. She was getting kicked out of her apartment. She used Jack for a free ride to Dallas and some
Exactly.
room and board. She was trying to relocate. She didn't want to live in Detroit, so she used her to get a free trip to Dallas and a free room and board to relocate. Then okay, this ain't gonna work over here with Jaguar. Then she started telling me stuff about Jaguar, complaining, whining. Oh my God, it's just too much, and she's just being so this, that, the other. I don't know what to do, and she knew that Jag was talking bad about me and used me to get away from Jack. Well, I'm thinking about going to a shelter, and I'm like, oh no, no, don't go to a shelter. You're gonna do that's dangerous in a shelter. So I let her stay with me, and then, oh no, I'm about
You
to.
told me you was emphatic. You said no, no. I talked to Sean Davies Way, and he has convinced me to let her stay. I'm just gonna help her get her place, and I'm gonna just make sure that she gets on her feet, and then when she's ready to move out, I was like, okay, girl.
That was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. Oh my God. Oh my
Listen,
God.
she don't give a
Oh,
fuck about nothing or nobody. She's extremely narcissistic by mental definition, not by this like the little toxic masculinity shit that these niggas be doing. Like this bitch is the clinical definition of a narcissist, and she don't give a fuck about nothing or nobody, bro, because she felt like people didn't give a fuck about her, and she is going to be known by any means motherfucking necessary.
And especially, oh, okay, since you stood in the way of me still pushing my Aaliyah stuff, you gonna be the first casualty.
She was mad at me, bitch. That I would not say that she was a little girl. No, the fuck you ain't. You ain't even his daughter. I could have gave you that, but bitch, you ain't either one of them. Neither one, bitch. You got your own parents and a twin brother. Knock it off.
And videos talking about your parents and twin brother. So like where she's talking about them her own self. Man, she
That's
talked to the Tata. The Tata eventually was like, he said, "No, I can't," because she wanted to be initiated into Paulo. You know what I'm saying? And the Tata was like, "I can't initiate her. She can't come into my I'm not sure what they call it in Paulo, but she wasn't gonna be able to come into him and hear his thing because he was like,
listen. She was on live one time, and I'm on her live. I'm just watching it. It's like a playback. It's not even live at the time that I'm looking at it. And I'm watching it, and Jaguar asked her for some money, and she was all, "Babe, hey guys, da 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 da." Jaguar asked her for some money. That bitch said,
"Honey, she know how to get him looks. She will know how to make it. She know how to make her face all that looking nice and smiling. Yeah, yeah. She when you piss her off, her face will turn up into something complete. Like
she
she'll
looked at
she'll
her
like
like, "Bitch,
cut her
get
eyes at you, and you'll be like, oh my god, like what the hell is that? What's that spirit right there? You know what I'm saying?
no."
Yeah."
She looked at Jaguar like, "I'll knock you the fuck out on camera." Like,
And then threatened me. She threatened to, "I'll fight you. I'll pull up over there." I said, "Honey, yeah, pull on up over here so you can go to jail, honey. Pull your ass up over because I'm not fighting you. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm
her
gonna take
and
your
her
ass. I'm gonna
maker
give you
be in jail.
behind bars, girl. You're gonna be
Her
right over."
maker needs to be in jail.
Huh?
Her and her maker needs to be in jail.
Exactly. The heck out of here.
And I refer to Jaguar as her maker because she did this. You should
Yeah.
have left that little bitch where the fuck she was at trying to sing and draw pictures.
Right. And then she came down here and dressed up like Aaliyah for Halloween.
Yes.
And then it had the wig wasn't even that long. The wig was only a shoulder length and stuff like
That
that.
bitch
She had
probably
a
was
shoulder
looking like
length.
a whole pirate. Okay, I'm done. I'm the fuck done, bro. That bitch was looking like a pirate with something tied around her head, bitch. I can't. Girl, no. Listen, I hate that she's doing this shit. Like, but I wanted to just give you a platform to be able to come up and defend yourself, and tell people what's going on. So if they happen to see that shit, they understand this bitch is dangerous and can't be trusted. And you know what I'm saying? This shit was talked about a year ago, almost 6 months, 8 months ago, that this possibly would be the outcome. So
I was told, dude. I was already told about this shit. I was told, like, man, this shit's gonna go. It's gonna go wrong. It's not gonna go left. It ain't gonna go what you think.
the kid keeps stealing this bitch is a pirate.
She did have a scarf. She had the scarf wrapped around with like a bandana kind of scarf with the like and the oh my god. And then like the wig and stuff, man.
Stop. Okay, great. No. Okay, stop. Because I can't unsee it now. I cannot. Oh my,
Man, that's crazy. Like you would think that you actually did you see a picture of her?
no, I see it
You
in my
just
head.
Man, that's exactly what she had. Look like a pirate. She had the bandana, like you know how the bandanas you wear like Tupac the bandana, but you wear it like a thing, and it had like a wig, like to her shoulders and stuff. It did look like a pirate when you actually think about it. It was kind of pirate like, yeah.
Get at me. Don't beat me.
It did kind of, yeah. Wow. I thought you saw some pictures of her on Instagram.
No, girl, I see it in
Because
my head.
once you said that shit, I was like, that did look like a pirate.
Oh, yo.
It's
I
funny as
got
hell. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, like Johnny Depp, the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's exactly how he had that scarf like that. That's exactly how she looked,
I
too.
fucking keep seeing it in my mind, girl. That is funny as fuck. Oh, shit. I cannot. Mm-mm.
Wow, dude. Hey, that's good. You are good. If you was able to see that, I thought you saw that on a picture somewhere.
Man,
Wow,
if
that's
I
funny.
see this, that's got to come up. I'm gonna post that for a week straight if I come across that. I swear for goodness. Um, anyway, well, I'm sorry that this is happening. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully things still go, smoothly for you. And you know, um,
Hey, I'm still doing what I got to do. I'm still nothing. What monkey don't stop no show. I'm still doing what I got to do for that presidential candidate. And you guys will hear about it in March. Put it like that.
all right. Gotta go. Okay. Well, I love y'all. I see you. So gratitude, Miss Genesis, for coming up and
Thank you.
looking forward to what you got to do.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Peace.
Gratitude. Peace.
Listen, that arc matey about took me the fuck out just now. I fucking can't, bro. I have not seen no pictures of that, but bitch, I seen that in my motherfucking head, bitch. And that's all I can see is a pirate, bitch. I'm no good. I'm gonna go lay the fuck down now. I cannot. Now where's me go, child? Listen. Oh, that is funny. Um, I still have spots available for February for my special. I'm running a special. I took off $130 off the regular session, so it's only $160 right now. Normally it's $290. I have plenty of days left in February. Make sure you get on a walkwiththeancestors.com and book. We have our high council generational beauty products up on blissful-soap.com. We have our Posh that is up, which is a lemon base. It smells amazing. We have our scrubs up. We have our perfume up. And of course, we have the beautiful Aubrey Marie line. We have Nzinga, Lama Dama, the Governess. I don't know why they keep bringing up Jermaine Dupri. Well, I mean, he may be the next on the motherfucking roster, beach, but they're bringing up Jermaine Dupri. Anyway, get over to our high council line. Again, we have the Governess of Allure, Fly by Night by Cosmic, the Grandmother, One with Self. We have our Yehuda colognes. We have our Papa Candelo colognes. And we are still waiting on our bottles for our shampoo. The shampoo is great. I use it continuously. So we do have our shampoo. It will be going up very soon when we get our bottles in. We have our wax melts. We have candles for the High Council Generational Beauty line that's over on Blissful Soap, blissful-soap.com. And we're making things happen. Okay. Had a brief discussion about our children's books, the High Council children's book with the deities. So that's still rolling. And our cookbook is done. We're just trying to get the cover done. So we still have a lot of things happening. And so it's blissful-soap.com for the High Council generational beauty products. Anyway, I use my Yehuda soap on my face. Listen, so I sometimes use my intimate wash on my face because that helps to clear your skin for whatever reason. So I love y'all to life. I show gratitude to Miss Genesis for coming up. I hate that things are going the way that it goes, has been going. I don't know, far as things go with King Payne and Sean Davy Way. I don't know. I don't have any affiliation with them. I just know what Genesis has said as far as her connection. So I don't know. I'm not stating that these things happen with them. I don't know. But Lagena is dangerous. And far as the friend that ain't a friend, shame on you for staying in somebody's house and then speaking that way about them. That's as bad as somebody saying that they were drugged at an event and then hang with you all day to the night and then try to fuck one of your friends, bust it wide open, and then drive home sober, and then months later claim that you were drugged and raped. That's just as bad as that. That's pretty fucked up. But anyway, I love y'all to life. Peace and blessings to you. Shout out to Miss Aubrey Marie and our Let's Have the Conversation panel. Make sure you get over there and get your Aubrey Marie products. Shout out to Marshall Lee. We got shirts. We have empowering women to empower women shirts. We are still looking for a venue for our aesthetic in California. We're actively looking for that. And if you have any venues, please leave it in the comments section, and we'll get back in touch with you. To book a walk with crime, please go over to, and let me tell you something. I've gotten 1 million motherfucking followers over on a walk with crime. They're probably getting ready to try to duplicate a page. You do not give anybody your motherfucking money unless you speak with me or my manager. Nobody else. And you don't just give her your money. She's going to give you a specific price. She's going to give you paperwork and documents. She's going to go over that shit with you. You're going to speak to her. You're not going to just be like, no. You can request to actually speak to her on the phone, so you will know. There is a duplicated, falsified page on YouTube that says a Welk, W-E-L-K, with the ancestors. That is not me. I have no reasoning to ask you to text me, call me, reach out to me whatsoever. If you go to that page, you will see it has no content. Please be smart about this. I, again, will never, ever, ever, ever reach out to you and tell you to contact me, because why? I have told plenty of people to stop texting me and people still do, and I don't know why. So why would I ever just tell you to text me unless you say, Quatita, I have a dream or something private I need to tell you, and I'll say, shoot me a text or send me an email. I'm never just going to say, hey, I feel drawn to you. Reach out to me, because I'm probably going to cuss you out when you reach out to me and be like, you told me to call you? No, the fuck I didn't. Why would I? Let's be smart about it, okay? I show gratitude. Peace and blessings, y'all.